today we are going to read a book. It's called Horrid Henry's Neat. So it's not like yesterday, the day before. I just read you one chapter. Today we are going to read all 4 chapters. So it's a favor for you, okay? Horrid Henry sneezed. Scratch, scratch, scratch. That scratched his head. Stop scratching, please, said Mom. We're eating dinner. Mom scratched her head. Stop scratching, please, said Dad. We are eating dinner. Henry scratched his head. Stop scratching, Henry, said Mom and Dad. Uh-oh, said Mom. She put down her fork and frowned at Henry. Henry, do you have nits again? Of course not, said Henry. Come over to the sink, Henry, said Mom. Why? Said Henry. I need to check your head. Henry dragged his feet over to her as slowly as possible. It's not fair, he thought. It wasn't his fault. Nits loved him. Henry's head was a gathering place for nits far and wide. They probably held nit parties there, and foreign nits visited him on their holiday. Mom dragged the nit comb around Henry's head. She made a face and groaned. You are crawling with nits, Henry, said Mom. Ooh, let's see, said Henry. He always liked counting how many nits he had. 1, 2, 3, 45, 46, 47. He counted, dropping them onto a paper towel. It's not polite to count nits, said his younger brother, Perfect Peter, wiping his mouth with his spotless napkin. Is it, Mom? It certainly isn't, said Mom. Dad dragged the knit comb around his head and made a face. Ugh, said Dad. Mom dragged the comb through her hair. Bleach, said Mom. Mom combed Perfect Peter's hair. Then she did it again, and again, and again. No nits, Peter, said Mom, smiling as usual. Well done, darling. Perfect Peter smiled modestly. It's because I wash and comb my hair every night, said Peter. Henry scowled. True, his hair was filthy. But then, nits love clean hair, said Henry. No, they don't, said Peter. I've never, ever have nits. We'll see about that, thought Henry. When no one was looking, he picked a few nits off the paper towel. Then he wandered over to Peter and casually fingered a lock of his hair. Lip, scratch, scratch. Mom, squealed Peter. Henry is pulling my hair. Stop it, Henry, said Dad. I wasn't pulling his hair, said Henry indignantly. I just wanted to see how clean it was. And it is so lovely and clean, added Henry sweetly. I wish my hair was as clean as Peter's. Peter beamed. It wasn't often that Henry said anything nice to him. Right, said Mom grimly. Everyone upstairs, it's shampoo time. No! Shrieked Horrid Henry. No shampoo! He hated the stinky smell horrible shampoo much more than he hated having nits. Only today, his teacher, Miss Battle Axel, had sent home a nits letter. Beware, nits, 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 nits have been seen in school. Get rid of them. Wash your hair with supersonic nit blasting shampoo, please, or else. Naturally, Henry had crumbled up the letter and thrown it away. He was never ever going to have pungy nit shampoo on his head again. What rotten luck, Mom had spotted him scratching. It's the only way to get rid of nits, said Dad. But it never works, screamed Henry. and he ran for the door. Mom and Dad grabbed him. Then they dragged him kicking and screaming to the bathroom. Neats are living creature, howled Henry. Why kill them? Because, said Mom, because they are blood-sucking neats, said Dad. Blood-sucking? Henry had never thought of that. In the split of second that he stood still to consider this interesting information, Mom emptied the bottle of supersonic neat blasting shampoo over his hair. No! Screamed Henry. Frantically, he shook his head. There was shampoo on the door, shampoo on the floor. There was shampoo all over Mom and Dad. The only place where there was no shampoo was on Henry's head. Henry! Stop being hurt! Yelled Dad, wiping shampoo off his shirt. What a big fuss over nothing, said Peter. Henry looked at him. Mom seized Henry by the collar and held him back. Now, Peter, said Mom, that wasn't a kind thing to say to Henry, was it? Not everyone is as brave as you. You're right, Mom, said perfect Peter. I was being rude and thoughtless. It won't happen again. I'm so sorry, Henry. Mom smiled at him. That was perfect apology, Peter. As for you, Henry, she sighed, we'll get more shampoo tomorrow. Phew, thought Henry, giving his head an extra good scratch, save for one more day. The next morning at school, a group of parents burst into the classroom, waving the letter and shouting, My Margaret doesn't have needs! Shrieked moody Margaret's mother. She never has and never will. How dare you send home such a letter? My Josh doesn't have needs, shouted his mother. The idea! My Toby doesn't have needs, shouted his father. Some nasty child in this class isn't bug busting. Miss Battleaxe squared her shoulders. Rest assured that the culprit will be found, she said. I have declared war on it. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Miss Battleaxe spun around. Her beady eyes quivered over the class. Scratching, she demanded. Silence! Henry bent over his worksheet and tried to look studious. Henry is, said moody Margaret. Liar! Shouted Horrid Henry. It was William. Whippy William burst into tears. No, it wasn't, he sobbed. Miss Battleaxe glared at the class. I'm going to find out once and for all who's got needs, she growled. I don't, shouted moody Margaret. I don't, shouted the rude Raph. I don't, shouted Horrid Henry. Silence! uttered Miss Battleaxe. Nora, the niece nurse, is coming this morning. Who's got needs? Who's not bug busting? We'll all find out soon. Uh-oh, thought Henry. Now I'm sunk. There was no escaping Nitty Nora Bug Explorer and her ferocious combs. Everyone would know he had the nits. Rude Raph would never stop teasing him. He'd be shampooed every night. Mom and Dad would find out all about the neat letters he'd thrown away. He could, of course, get a tummy ache double quick and be sent home. But Nitty Nora had a horrible way of remembering whose head she hadn't checked, and then combing it in front of the whole class. He could run screaming out of the door, saying he'd caught a mad cow disease. But somehow he didn't think Miss Battleaxe would believe him. There was no way out. This time he was well and truly stuck. Unless, suddenly, Henry had a wonderful, spectacular idea. It was so wicked and so horrible that even Horrid Henry hesitated. but only for a moment. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Henry leaned over the clever Claire and brushed his head lightly against her. Leap! Scratch, scratch! Get away from me, Henry, hissed Claire. I was just admiring your lovely picture, said Henry. He got up to sharpen his pencil. On his way to the sharpener, he brushed against Greedy Graham. Leap! Scratch, scratch! On his way back from the sharpener, Henry stumbled and fell against anxious Andrew. Leap! Scratch, scratch! Ow! Yelped Andrew. Sorry, Big Andrew, said Henry. What big clumsy feet I have. Whoops! He added, tripping over the carpet and banging his head with Whippy William. Leap! Scratch, scratch! Wah! wailed William. Sit down at once, Henry, said Miss Battle Axe. William, stop scratching! Bird, how do you spell cat? I do know, said Beefy Bird. Horrid Henry leaned across the table and put his head close to Bird's. C-A-T, he whispered helpfully. Leap, scratch, scratch. Then Horrid Henry raised his hand. Yes, said Miss Battle Axe. I don't understand these instructions, said Henry sweetly. Could you help me, please? Miss Battle Axe frowned. She liked to keep as far away from Henry as possible. Reluctantly, she came closer and bent over his work. Henry leaned his head near hers. Sleep! Scratch, scratch. There was a pounding at the door. The knitting Nora marched into the classroom, bristling with combs and other instruments of torture. Line up, everyone, said Miss Battle Axe, patting her hair. The neat nurse is here. Rats, thought Henry. He'd hardly started. Slowly he stood up. Everyone pushed and shoved to be first in line. Then a few children remembered what they were lining up for and stamped towards the back. Horrid Henry saw his chance and took it. He charged through the squabbling children, brushing against everyone as far as he could. Leap! Scratch, scratch! Leap! Scratch, scratch! Leap! Scratch, scratch! Henry! shouted Miss Battle Axe. Stay in at playtime! Now, go to the end of the quilt. The rest of you, stop this nonsense as one! Moody Margaret had fought longest and hardest to be first. Proudly, she presented her head to Knitting Nora. I certainly don't have needs, she said. Knitting Nora stuck the comb in. Neat! she announced, stuffing a neat note into Margaret's hand. For once, Margaret was too shocked to speak. But, she gasped. Tee-hee, thought Henry. Now he wouldn't be the only one. Next, said Knitting Nora. She stuck the comb into Rude Rap's greasy hair. Neat, she announced. Neat face, hissed Horrid Henry, beside himself with glee. Neat, said Knitting Nora, poking her comb into lazy Linda's mouth. Neat, said Knitting Nora, prodding Greedy Graham's frizzy hair. Neat, 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 she continued, pointing at Whippy William, Clever Claire, Sour Susan, Beefy Bird, and Dizzy Dave. Then Knitting Nora beckoned to Miss Battle Axe. These teachers too, she ordered. Miss Battle Axe, her jaw dropped. I have been teaching for 25 years, and I have never had needs, she said. Don't waste your time checking me. Knitting Nora ignored her protest and stuck in the comb. She said, and whispered into Miss Battle Axe's ear. No! howled Miss Battle Axe. No! Then she joined the line of weeping, wailing children clutching their neat notes. At last, it was Henry's turn. Knitting Nora stuck her comb into Henry's tangled hair and dragged it along his scalp. She combed again and again and again. No needs, said Nixie Nora. Keep up the good work, young man. I sure will, said Henry. Horrid Henry skipped home waving his certificate. Look, Peter, proud Henry, I'm neat-free. Perfect Peter burst into tears. I'm not, he wailed. Hard luck, said Horrid Henry. So it's the end of chapter 1. We are going to move to chapter 2. Horrid Henry and the Fang Mangler. Horrid Henry snatched his skeleton bank and tried to twist open the trapdoor. Mom was taking him to toy heaven tomorrow. At last, Henry would be able to buy the toy of his dreams, a dozen drink kit. Ha ha ha, the tricks he'd play on his family, substituting their drinks for dozen stinkers. Best of all, Moody Margaret would be green with Evie. She wanted a dozen drink kit too, but she didn't have any money. He'd have one first, and no way was Margaret ever going to play with it, except for buying the occasional squid and a few comets. Henry had been saving his money for weeks. Perfect Peter peeked round the door. I've saved $7.53, said Peter, proudly jingling his piggy bank. More than enough to buy my nature kit. How much do you have? Millions, said Henry. Perfect Peter gasped. You do not, said Peter. Do you? Henry shook his bank. A thin rattle came from within. That doesn't sound like millions, said Peter. That's 'cause 5-pound notes don't rattle, stupid, said Henry. Mom! Screamed Henry called me stupid, shrieked Peter. Stop being horrid, Henry, shouted Mom. Horrid Henry gave the lid of his bank a final shank and spilled the contents onto the floor. A single, solitary 5-pence coin rolled out. Henry's jaw dropped. He grabbed the bank and fumbled around inside. It was empty. I've been robbed! Howled Horrid Henry. Where's my money? Who stole my money? Mom ran into the room. What's all this fuss? Peter stole my money! Screamed Henry. He glared at his brother. Just wait until I get my hand on you, you little thief! Ow! No one stole your money, Henry, said Mom. You've spent it all on sweets and comics. I have not! Squeaked Henry. Mom pointed at the enormous pile of comics and sweets wrappers littering the floor of Henry's bedroom. What's all that then? Asked Mom. Horrid Henry stopped shrieking. It was true. He had spent all his pocket money on comics and sweets. He just hadn't noticed. It's not fair! He screamed. I saved all my pocket money, Mom, said Perfect Peter. After all, a penny saved is a penny earned. Mom smiled at him. Well done, Peter. Henry, let this be a lesson to you. I can't wait to buy my nature kit, said Perfect Peter. You should have saved your money like I did, instead of wasting it, Henry. Henry growled and sprang at Peter. He was an Indian warrior escaping a settler. Joe! Squealed Peter. Henry, stop it! Shouted Mom. Say sorry to Peter. I'm not sorry, screamed Henry. I want my money! Any more nonsense from you, young man, and we won't be going to toy heaven, said Mom. Henry scowled. I don't care, he muttered. What was the point of going to toy heaven if he couldn't buy any toys? Horrid Henry lay on his bedroom floor kicking sweet wrappers. That dozen drink kit cost $4.99. He had to get some money by tomorrow. The question was how. He could steal Peter's money. That was tempting, as he knew the secret place in Peter's cellar case where Peter hid his bank. Wouldn't that be fun when Peter discovered his money was gone? Henry smiled. 1 second, thought perhaps not. Mom and Dad will be sure to suspect Henry, especially if he suddenly had money and Peter didn't. He could sell some of his comics to Moody Margaret. No! Squeaked Henry, clutching his comics to his chest. Not his precious comics. There had to be another way. Then Henry had a wonderful, spectacular idea. It was so superb that he did a white girl dance for joy that his Dutch drink kit was as good as him. And better still, Peter would give him all the money he needed. Henry chortled. It would be as easy as taking sweets from a baby, and a lot more fun. Horrid Henry strolled down the hall to Peter's room. Peter was having a meeting of the Best Boys Club. Motel, can I help? With his friends Tidy Ted, Spotless Sam, and Goody Goody Gordon. What luck! More money for him. Henry smiled as he put his ear on the keyhole and listened to them discussing their good deeds. I helped an old lady cross the road, and I ate all my vegetables, said Perfect Peter. I kept my room tidy all week, said Tidy Ted. I scrubbed the bed without being asked, said Spotless Sam. I never once forgot to say please and thank you, said Goody Goody Gordon. Henry pushed past the barricades and burst into Peter's room. Password! Screeched Perfect Peter. Vitamins, said Horrid Henry. How did you know? Said Tidy Ted, staring open-mouthed at Henry. Never you mind, said Henry, who was not a master spy for nothing. I don't suppose any of you know about fangmanglers. The boys looked at one another. What are they? Asked Spotless Sam. Only the slimiest, scariest, most horrible and frightening monsters in the whole world, said Henry. And I know where to find one. Where? Said Goody Goody Gordon. I'm not going to tell you, said Horrid Henry. Oh, please, said Spotless Sam. Henry shook his head and lowered his voice. Fangmanglers, they come out at night, whispered Henry. Then they slip into the shadows. They sneak out and bite you! He suddenly shrieked. The Best Boys Club members gasped with fright. I'm not scared, said Peter, and I've never heard of a fangmangler. That's because you're too young, said Henry. Grown-ups don't tell you about them because they don't want to scare you. I want to see it, said Tidy Ted. Me too, said Spotless Sam and Goody Goody Gordon. Peter hesitated for a moment. Is this a trick, Henry? Of course not, said Henry. And just for that I won't let you come. Oh, please, Henry, said Peter. Henry paused. All right, he said. You'll meet in the back garden after dark, but it will cost you £2 each. £2? They squealed. You want to see a fangmangler, or don't you? Perfect Peter exchanged a look with his friends. They all nodded. Good, said Horrid Henry. See you at 6 o'clock, and don't forget to bring your money. Tee-hee, chortled Henry silently. £8 he could get a Dutch drink kit and a grisly gold grub box at this rate. Loud screams came from next door garden. Give me back my spade, came Moody Margaret's bossy tone. You're so mean, Margaret, squealed sour Susan's silky voice. Well, I won't. It's my turn to dig with it now. Whack! Thwack! Wah! £8 is nice, thought Horrid Henry, but £12 is even nicer. What's going on? Asked Horrid Henry, smirking as he leapt over the wall. Well, go away, Henry! shouted Moody Margaret. Yeah, Henry, echoed sour Susan, wiping away her tears. We don't want you. All right, said Henry, then I won't tell you about the found mangler I found. We don't want to know about it, said Margaret, turning her back on him. That's right, said Susan. Well, then don't blame me when the found mangler stick over the wall and rip you to pieces and chew up your guts, said Horrid Henry. He turned to go. The girl looked at one another. Wait, ordered Margaret. Yeah? You don't scare me, said Margaret. Prove it then. How? Said Margaret. Be in my garden at 6 o'clock tonight, and I'll show you the found mangler. But it will cost you £2 each. Forget it, said Margaret. Come on, Susan. Okay, said Henry quickly. £1 each. No, said Margaret, and your money back if the found mangler doesn't scare you, said Henry. Moody Margaret smiled. It's a deal, she said. Then the coast was clear. Horrid Henry crept into the bushes and hid a bag containing his supplies, an old torn T-shirt, some filthy trousers, and a jumbo-sized bottle of ketchup. Then he sneaked back into the house and waited for dark. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, said Horrid Henry, collecting £2 from each member of the Best Boys Club. Henry placed the money carefully in his skeleton bank. Boy, was he rich. Moody Margaret and sour Susan handed over £1 each. Remember, Henry, we get our money back if we aren't scared. Shut up, Margaret, said Henry. I'm risking my life, and all you can think about is money. Now everyone wait here, don't move and don't talk, he whispered. We have to surprise the found mangler, if not. Henry paused and drew his finger across his throat. I'm a goner. I'm going off now to hunt for the monster. Then when I find him, and if it's safe, I'll whistle twice. Then everyone come as quietly as you can, but be careful. Henry disappeared into the black darkness of the garden. For a long, long moment, there was silence. This is stupid, said Moody Margaret. Suddenly, a low, moaning growl echoed through the moonless night. What was that? said Spotlight Sam nervously. Henry, are you all right, Henry? Squeaked Perfect Peter. The low, moaning growl turned into a snarl. Thrash! Crash! Help! Help! The found mangler is after me! Run for your lives! Screamed Horrid Henry. Smashing through the bushes, his T-shirt and trousers were torn. There was blood everywhere. The Best Boys Club screamed and ran. Sour Susan screamed and ran. Moody Margaret screamed and ran. Horrid Henry screamed and stopped. He waited until he was alone. Then Horrid Henry wiped some ketchup from his face, clutched his bank, and did a war dance round the garden, whooping with joy. Money, 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 money! He squealed, leaping and stomping. He danced and he pranced. He twirled and he whirled. He was so busy dancing and cackling he didn't notice the shadow shape slid into the garden behind him. Money, 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 mine, mine! He broke off. What was that noise? Horrid Henry's throat tightened. Nah, he thought, it's nothing. Then suddenly, a dark shape leaped out of the bushes and let out a thunderous roar. Horrid Henry shrieked with terror. He dropped his money and ran for his life. The thing scooped up and his bank and slithered over the wall. Horrid Henry did not stop running until he was safely in his room with the door shut tight and barricaded. His heart pounded. There really is a found mangler, he thought, trembling. Now it's after me. Horrid Henry hardly slept a wink. He started awake at every squeak and creak. He shook and he shrieked. Henry had such a bad night that he slept it in quite late the next morning, tossing and turning. Fizz, pop, gurgle, bang. Henry jerked awake. What was that? He peeked his head out from under the duvet and listened. Fizz, pop, gurgle, bang. Those fizzing and popping noises seemed to be coming from next door. Henry ran to the window and pulled open the curtains. There was Moody Margaret sitting beside a large toy heaven bed. In front of her was a degenerate kid. She saw him, smiled, and raised a glass of bubbling black liquid. Want a Fang Mangler drink, Henry? Asked Margaret squeakily. So I don't think I can read for you all because it's really hard. Thanks for listening. Goodbye, guys.